Just a few hundred metres from the Sydney Opera House, you'll find the Domain, home to countless free concerts during the summer months. Tens of thousands are known to pack in during the annual Christmas carols. We're coming to you live from Sydney Olympic Park, where the thrilling final day action continues with Jill Clark.
So the next final is mixed doubles. It's an all-Chinese affair. The reigning world junior champions, Siwei and Qingchen, up against the winners of the India Super Series event, Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong. And then after that, the women's singles. The former champion, XIAMENAIR, won the title here 2 years ago. She is, of course, the Olympic bronze medalist and World Championships silver medalist from last year. She's up against the tall athlete from China, Sun Yu. So as far as the mixed doubles draw was concerned, by quarter-final stage, we only had 4 different nations because we had 4 Chinese pairs and 2 Indonesian pairs. And by semi-finals, only 3 seeds. The only seeds in the top half of the draw were the All England champions, Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto. But as you can see, 2 Chinese pairs through to the final. Now, Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto currently number 8 on the Super Series standings, and because of their semi-final here, they'll go up 3 places to number 5. As far as Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong are concerned, currently at 5, but they are guaranteed to be the number 2s on that list following this week in Sydney.
Welcome the umpire, service judge and players for the mixed doubles final.
So led out by the current world junior champions. Siwei and Qingchen. Qingchen, of course, second final today. Having already won the women's doubles. Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong, the number 8 seeds. Well, we haven't had an all-Chinese mixed doubles final all year. It's the first all-Chinese mixed doubles final at Super Series level since the Hong Kong Open at the end of last year.
Trish Gubb as the umpire from New Zealand. Service judge David von Schwerin from Austria. And please welcome the players, Siwei, Qingchen from China.
Siwei and Qingchen.
And Huang Yaqiong from China.
Look how Lu Kai just towers above the other players. Yaqiong, his partner. Well, the world junior champions are not on the Super Series.
Green call.
Well, they are on the Super Series standings, but they've only played one event.
Receive.
That was last week. They lost first round in Indonesia to a certain Danish pair, the number 4 seeds, Fischer-Nielsen and Pedersen. So they didn't appear on the Super Series standings that we saw just a moment ago. So even if they win today's final, they won't appear on the top 10. Siwei, 19 years of age, from Guangzhou in Xinjiang province on the east coast of China. And his partner, well, as I was saying, she will turn 19 in 11 days' time. Already won the women's doubles earlier today with Bao Yixin from Meiyou in Guangdong province. And they've had a wonderful tournament so far. In the second round, they beat the number 5 seeds, Chris and Gabby Adcock. In the semi-final, the All England champions, Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto. Lu Kai, there he is, the 23-year-old from Nanning in Guangxi province. 191, that's about 6'3". They're currently number 10 in the world ranking. They've gone up 1 place this week. Well, they've got them at 11. I had them at 10, I wonder. They've been as high as 5 1 week last November. Actually, it was 2 years ago, November, that they were at a career high of 5. Quarter-final, they beat the World Championship silver medalists, the number 4 seeds, and beat the finalists from last year, Liu Cheng and Bao Yi-sin. And then in the semi-final, beat the Malaysians, Chan Ping-soon and Go Liu Ying. This will be the second meeting between the two pairs, and that may surprise some that the only previous meeting, it was the World Junior Champions that won. It was the quarter-final of the China Masters Grand Prix Gold earlier this year. Well, Trish Gubb from New Zealand is our umpire for this. And David von Schwerin from Austria. Well, I can tell you that last time that they did play, the only previous time they played, you saw that the youngsters, the World Junior Champions, won 22-20 in the deciding game. They'd actually been 13-17 down and had to save 2 match points at 18-20 down.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Huang, China. And on my left, Siwei, Qingchen, China. Chen to serve, love all, play.
So the World Junior Champions getting this mixed doubles final underway.
Service over. 1. Love.
Well, we were very, very impressed with Qingchen, aren't we, in the women's doubles?
Yeah, we were.
Well, I can tell you that her partner, he's a very, very quick player too.
Service over. Play.
Well, if the World Junior
1.
Champions were to win this final, it would be the 6th different mixed doubles pair to win the mixed doubles title at the Super Series tournament
Service
this year.
over.
And this is the 6th event.
2. 1.
Always keeps the discipline exciting for us spectators when it's different pairs winning from one tournament to another.
It does. And what a depth China has in mixed doubles. I mean, this would only rank as the fourth and fifth pairings, but number 1 and number 3, they've been knocked out. Number 2, they won in Indonesia and withdrew from this tournament, but what a depth. It means something because you simply have to be sharp in practice.
Service over. 2. 3.
Well, we haven't had an unseeded pair win a Super Series mixed doubles title since this event last year, when Lee Chun-hei and Chow Hui-hwa of Hong Kong won.
They played a brilliant tournament, but we haven't heard a lot from them since, however, they qualified for the Olympics, and that's positive.
Of course, the Super Series finals are a little bit different because you don't have 8 seeds in the Super Series finals. So in that stat I've just given you, I wasn't including the Adcock's win at the Dubai Super Series finals. That's a powerful smash.
We saw yesterday Lu Kai dominating against Chen and Go Liu Ying, and I'm sure he'll be challenged today in both the flat game, but also that Chen and Zheng, they will try to take control of the rallies.
4-all. Lucky. It's incredible for players so young, 19 and 18, to be this competent and this understanding of this very, very complex discipline.
Yeah.
I think tactically it's the most complex of all 5 disciplines in badminton. And to have this success so early on is astonishing.
And they're physically strong.
6, 4.
And that's important. I mean, you can't be lacking in the physical department and then still... Oh, there's a service fault. And then still be challenging here. And then Zheng Siwei obviously got his speed as something that only Sukamuljo matches right now in the doubles department. And it is intimidating playing such fast players. And then Chen, we talked about that. She's got a lot of great skills.
That's well taken.
6-all. Play. Service over. 7-6.
Good smash from Lu Kai. It's interesting to think about the psychology of this, Steve, because Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong have been, I was going to say second fiddle, but really third fiddle, haven't they? Because the Olympic champions and the silver medalists from 4 years ago have been the top 2 pairs. The last thing that Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong want is to lose to a couple of junior players, because they'll be, once again, they might feel that they'll be looked over.
Surpassed.
Yeah.
It's a little bit the same psychology as the Indonesian men's doubles finals, as we saw.
Yeah.
That you're sort of preparing yourself, you're positioning yourself to take over when the old stars call it a day, but then suddenly some younger ones emerge.
9-7.
Great net play by Wang Yaqiong.
10.
I think she's got a lot of confidence back for her mixed doubles by having played women's doubles recently with Tang Xinghua. So on a run of 5 straight points to the mid-game interval. the number 8 seeds Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong. Just 8 minutes for that first half of this opening game, and of course no coaching staff involved because both players from China. Oh, they won their first Super Series title in India earlier this year. Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong for World Junior Champions. This is their first ever Super Series tournament final.
20 seconds.
And it's only their third ever Super Series tournament.
(11-7). Play. Service over. 8-11.
You can almost sense the tension in the hall. That people are watching closely, but it's hard to take any side. And
yeah,
there's also so much tactical game going on. Both pairs know each other from practice.
Service over. 12-8. Play.
Oh, it's going wide.
Service over. 9-12.
Yeah, goodness, that's quick. Good reading of the game too from Qingchen.
12.
What a serve! Well, you won't see better than that.
11.
That's extraordinary.
12.
Skimmed over the net. Landed absolutely on that tee.
Rally.
Yeah, 4 straight points to get back level.
12.
And again, in double quick time, they caught up with them. So Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong, they are working really hard to get their points, and then very quickly the lead is gone.
Yeah, that's the problem for a tall athlete. Play it fast, straight at him. How do you get out of the way to give yourself the freedom to play the shot?
Service over. 13 all.
Yeah, it's good judgment. Letting that one go long.
Service over. 14-13.
Oh, my goodness.
Service over.
It's a fantastic mixed doubles rally because we have the change of initiative.
14 all.
And actually, a number of times, if you look closely at it, the initiative doesn't hardly change when it's decided within one of the rallies. Yeah, the two expressive figures.
Yeah.
14.
Oh, that's good.
16. 14.
Well, having lost a final last year, Lu Kai, and he was beaten in the final of the men's doubles with Liu Cheng. Doubly determined, I should think, not to let it happen again. Oh, that's a good attack, isn't it?
Service over.
Yeah. Well, what's the longest rally we've had here so far?
15.
No, we haven't.
16.
We haven't got any that was long enough to get
Get a
measured.
snap. Yeah.
Because I don't think we'll see very long rallies. Both pairs are eager to go on the attack.
Service over. 17. 15.
I don't think they'll be challenging that 1-3-7 we had in the opening rally of the women's doubles final.
$18. 15.
Oh, that's wild. Completely wild.
Two easy mistakes from
19.
Qingchen.
15.
Oh yeah, good reactions. Sliding on the line.
Service over. 16. 19.
The amazing thing is how far below
19.
the tape the female players are still challenging and playing back at the net again. They simply don't want to give the initiative away if they can avoid it. You can understand why, because they're so dangerous in the attack, both
Service
pairs.
over.
Yeah.
20.
Well, there's
Game
game point opportunities
17.
here for the more experienced pair. Exchange.
Service over. 18. 20. Play. Game.
Yeah.
Great smash.
Yeah, very, very good placement.
First game won by
Good
Lu
angle.
Kai and Huang.
21-18,
21-18.
opening game in 17 minutes. Going reaches forward to take that as early as possible. It was a very, very good smash from Wang Yaqiong. So, opening game, 21-18, 17 minutes.
别让他手上拿的这么顺。
Of their experience at this level, these sort of big finals, well, that's going to make the difference. Let's see where we come. Yeah, we should be winning your game up. Siwei and Qingchen already returned to court.
The annual Vivid Festival concludes this weekend and is well worth planning your trip to Sydney around in late May, early June. It lights up the world-famous Opera House and Harbour Bridge and will leave you spellbound for hours on end. Just like the final day action coming your way from Sydney Olympic Park, let's rejoin Jill Clark.
Oh, they finished off that opening game particularly well. I thought the seeded pair of Liu Kai and Huang Yaqiong. It was just long.
Yeah, I was wondering whether the earlier final in women's doubles have affected Qingchen. Sometimes when you've played one match, you need to sort of get a game to sort of settle in, but at least a lot of credit, in my opinion, to Huang Yaqiong, who's been dominating the net. Who's always been able to reach the shuttle a little bit quicker than her opponents.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Steen, because not only physically whether she's sort of bounced back and ready after her first final of the day, but I also wonder about the psychology. I mean, she would have been very excited to be in a first Super Series tournament final, the women's doubles final, and then to lift the title. There's no time for celebration.
No.
You know, this is where experience comes into play normally, because you sort of think, well, if you've been in this situation before, you know how to deal with it, but she hasn't been in this situation before.
And they've had little time to sort of discuss the strategy for this final here, because I mean, there's been no coaches involved, and if it was me, I wouldn't start discussing the mixed doubles final until I'd finished the women's doubles final. So there's only been a couple of hours or so.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice if you can, some players at least like to talk about the next day's match the day before, so that they can sort of get it in their system, go and think about it, and then think about something else, then think back again on some special issue perhaps that's been mentioned, and so on.
It's a super return.
Service over. 3.
Set up that loose one. Force the loose one.
Service over. 6-3.
They came from a game down in their semi-final. World Junior Champions. They beat the All England champions.
Service over. 4-6.
I think Qingchen, she's got to play a little bit better if she and her partner's going to win this match, because she's got to be able to win the front court. In the long run, it's too difficult to defend against that. Smashes coming down from 4 meters height or something like that.
Yes.
Jump, body height, arm length and racket. It's going to be steep.
Yeah, she's a little bit flat in comparison to her mood in the women's doubles.
That's a very good expression. And it's also difficult for her here because it's her teammates, as we discussed with the men's doubles. It's difficult to be just as vocal and animated as we've seen her in women's doubles, and that might sort of restrain her in some way from getting your feelings out and getting them dealt with.
Five straight points now
Play.
to Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong. Oh, brilliant defence. Yeah. That turn defence, that block from Lu Kai,
9.
devastating within the rally.
And she's really alert, Wang Yaqiong.
Yeah.
Because hadn't she made that move in the right moment towards the net, it would have been possible for Zheng and Chen to play themselves out of it. Good shot. Oh, that's wide.
Just wide.
Service
Oh,
over.
that would have been the shot of the day had that landed in.
9.
Yeah, couldn't have missed by much. Yeah, stepped into that. Qingchen.
8. 9.
Linesman wanted a part of that as well. You're not the only ones who are allowed to shout.
Service over.
I'm wondering whether that could be a possibility that Zheng and Chen are playing a little bit more in the opposite positions, that Chen is playing the back court and Zheng on the front, because he might be able to better intercept in this fast-paced flat game.
Oh, it's landed in.
Yeah.
2-point advantage for Lu
11-9.
Kai and Huang Yaqiong here in the second game, having already won the first. only 28 minutes into the match.
Yeah, not a whole lot of long rallies. Both pairs attacking style.
Yeah, and adventurous with their style of play.
Yeah, they're not afraid to go for the small opportunities.
No,
20
exactly.
seconds.
So if the game changes, that will be because one pair gears up and just has this slight edge over the others, and then it will be a big difference.
Yeah.
Because of the powerful attack.
Eleven, 9. Play.
Oh, that's gone long. Yeah.
12, 9.
Nice drop and then immediately move forward. Chen. Oh, yes. Good rally.
Service over.
Well put away from Siwei.
10, 12.
Look how he steps into that
Ready
mid-court
for
push.
10.
Oh, well anticipated. Good rally.
And he's struggling, Zheng Siwei. He can't kill it. He can't kill it on Huang Yaqiong. They've got too good defense. And that's where the Chinese pairings often has an advantage skill-wise, that the female players often better in defense than their opponents. Very few countries match them.
Play.
Oh, that's found the line.
Yeah. Just checked the results again from earlier this tournament, and the most points they've given away, Lu and Huang, is 16 against Liu Chang and Bao Yixian. They've been totally dominant in all their games. That means also that they must have an enormous lot of
Service over.
self-confidence.
11, 14.
Good rally. There. Yes, fast exchanges.
12,
Incredible reaction time.
14.
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Service over.
No, that was important, I think, as far as Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong were concerned.
Play.
That's clever.
16,
Just enticing
12.
Qingchen to go for that.
Yeah.
Just enough pace on it. Yeah, gone past her. Would have been better for her partner to play it.
She knows that little flick of the arm there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Play.
that wasn't mine. I thought it was mine.
Yeah. Nice change of pace from Siwei.
Service over. 13, 16.
This one.
Good service return again.
Oh, that's brilliant work from Wang Yaqiong. My goodness me.
Service over.
And I think here the practice against each other
13.
comes to the advantage of Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong. Look how close he is to his partner. He's there to back her up. He knows that the opponents are going to try to get the initiative.
Oh, yes. There she is again.
18, 13.
And again, swinging for the flat shot. Fast-paced flat shot from Lu Kai. She's swinging forward Chen, and she's not getting it. I'll just leave it.
So 2 points away from a second Super Series title. Second one this year. Yeah.
They played a great tournament.
Yeah, and you put that one away with venom.
Match
No way
point,
that was coming back.
13.
Match point opportunities for the number 8 seeds, Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong.
Service over. 14, 20.
Always a challenge.
Yeah, and I think the challenge is correct.
Challenge.
Well,
Out.
the celebrations will be put on hold because a challenge here, the first of the match. And your instinct was that it was in?
It was in.
Well, the match could continue.
No?
So the celebrations for the number 8 seeds, Lu Kai and Wang Yaqiong, can now begin because the shuttle did land out and a straight game victory. 21-18, 21-14 in 38 minutes. this the final rally. Yeah, you're right, Steen. Look how early he takes those mid-court pushes. Waits for the line judge's call, starts the celebrations, and then they realise that there was a challenge. But there is confirmation. 21-18, 21-14 in 38 minutes. So the presentation, first of all, to the court officials.
Ladies and gentlemen, our runners-up for the mixed doubles final, Siwei and Qingchen.
Siwei and Qingchen. Well,
Mr. Huang Xiaomo to
having won
present
the
medal and
women's
check.
doubles, Qingchen has to settle for second best in the mixed doubles. But the World Junior Champions put up a very good showing in only their third ever Super Series tournament.
I'd like to now welcome Nigel Skelt to come forward to present the MetLife Trophy and XIAMENAIR aeroplane. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2016 Australian Badminton Open Mixed Doubles Champions, Kai and Huang Yaqiong.
So, for Kai and Huang Yaqiong, a second Super Series title to back up their first that they won in Delhi at the India event earlier in the year. Now winning here in Australia. Nigel Skelt making the presentations.
And I'd like to welcome back Mr. Huang to present the Champions Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your champions, Kai and Huang Yaqiong from China.
Yeah, well deserved. They've played well, as Steen was saying, throughout the tournament.
Yaqiong will be available at the XIAMENAIR booth for autographs at 6 p.m.